matchup between the Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos. Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. Now it's Hyde on the return. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now, after the run by Hunt, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll run. This is Hunt. And some room to maneuver. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around. A first down as well. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They go play action here on 1st down. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. DeJuan Smoot in there to sack him for a loss of 6. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. A shotgun snap for Newton. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Carlos Dunlap in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After 1st and 2nd down went backwards, it's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, Newton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Vontaze Burfict in there to drop him yet again, and he must be shell-shocked back there. That's now back-to-back-to-back sacks, and it's 4th down. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. First and 10 here for Flacco. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. Avoids him at the 40. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Freeman again, a first down carry. And he's got room. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
A break from the ground game here. Flacco, throw left side, complete. It's Goodwin. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Now the pitch to Freeman. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Devontae Freeman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to strike for 6. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And coming out now, the Broncos. And hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Newton. Going deep for Diggs. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends are like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Cooper's first catch, and good for a first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll run it here with Hunt. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Now a play fake, and it's Newton. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Stills the intended target. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
Hurry up.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And some room to roam now. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurtling through them.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 10 more there and another first down. That opening drive rhythm continues right into play number 3.
Whatever they decided that they wanted to run before the game, it's working pretty well for them right now. Moving the ball downfield at a nice rate. And guess what? I think the chain crew might have to get a little oxygen over there. They have to keep moving downfield with first downs on each play.
Right back to him on first down. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. On second down, Flacco to throw. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Julius Thomas, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Bryant's extra point up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
4 down.
They run with Hunt. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defeat you?
And he's able to find Diggs. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Newton. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Cravon LeBlanc with a pick. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Moving backwards on 1st down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on 2nd down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Dante Hightower. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Flacco from the gun. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. Newton on first down. And he hits his target. It's Kenny Stills. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5. From the gun, here's Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From the gun, Newton going deep for Diggs. And that's caught inside the 30. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. First down, a run with Hyde. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The Broncos in their hurry-up try to get to their positions and get set quickly. On 2nd down, here's Newton. Being chased out left. And some room to work. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2.
That's it. What is it? Here we go. Mike, 50. Gun. Look at it.
So the offense a little antsy. The flag comes out, and a 5-yard penalty. And that'll set them back 5. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Operating from the gun, Newton. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Stephon Diggs in the final seconds of the first half. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. And the Titans getting set to go. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So we reach halftime here with the visiting Titans taking the lead into intermission. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else. Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Second down, Flacco now. Buying time to his left. This one complete to Devontae Freeman. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. They toss to Freeman. Oh, good move. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 more yards there and another first down.
So much for halftime adjustments by the defense because you know they had to talk about it. The entire first half, they struggled to contain him. And here he is coming out in the second half and establishing the same tone. Still running the football with authority, still gaining big yardage. So I just figure in the offensive side, they said well, there is no adjustment. Until they slow us down, keep going at them, keep handing them the football.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. This is Kerwin Williams, his first carry. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Here's Darkwa. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Looking left side of him, he's got a man. That's Goodwin. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. Flacco will come to the line, 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Here's Flacco. And that is incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now. That's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Passing play, Flacco, and this one is incomplete. The tight end Julius Thomas, the intended target, and it's 3rd down. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Goodwin able to haul it in. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Monday! Rocket!
They'll run here with Freeman. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The short field shrinks even more with the type of bodies they brought in on that play. Those extra tight ends, they weren't able to secure their blocks, and that one ended up going backwards.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. To pass, Flacco. Flushed out right. Now a hit, and Flacco drops the football. It's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. From the gun, Flacco. Jones has it. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And Bryant's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me,
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So,
well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
They'll try to fire up the running game with Hyde. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw on 2nd down is Newton. And Stills over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there at 22.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They'll give to Hyde. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. 9 yards on the carry there, and that will be the final play of quarter number 3. Welcome back now to Denver. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. Here's Newton now on second down. Throw left side complete. It's James. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. What a throw right there for the first down. He has taken some real punishment in this game, but still standing in the pocket completing that one.
He's a flat-out warrior. There's no question about that. How about him stepping up into the teeth of the rush and delivering there for that big strike and that big pickup.
So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Do something.
Looking to throw on second down. Newton. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Amari Cooper, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Broncos have cut it to within a score. Tucker with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Titans offense now, they get ready to do battle again here. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Well, they had to run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Freeman again. Room here to run. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to let this slip away.
And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Now they'll run it on the toss. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Flacco here on second down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Mike Daniels. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. The Titans on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tucker roll that they can fall back on anymore.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Now Hyde. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They run it again with Hyde. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Handoff comes to Hyde. And he's got some space here. Carlos Hyde, see you later. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. It's a big run there by Hyde. 68 yards. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Hyde. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Hyde is the lone man in the backfield here on 2nd and goal. Hyde, the lone man in the backfield. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Eddie Goldman. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. In there to take him down, and the clock will roll. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Sit. 180.
He's back to throw. And nearly intercepted there. That would have been ball game if he had clinched it and caught it. Instead, it gives him one more chance here on 4th down. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Here's the Titan offense now as they make their way back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Pressure mounting. Flacco. Flush to his right. To the right side here, the tight end Thomas. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these situations.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Flacco. Deep ball for Goodwin. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A handoff, Devontae Freeman, down right around the 25. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. The Titans on 3rd down. 6 conversions and 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. This is 3rd and 8. A 20th carry now for Devontae Freeman. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to make it 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
So the Broncos coming out now. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Titans, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Broncos, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll look to regroup next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.